Hello, I'm Lena. I'm here today to show you how to make a tiramisu. My tiramisu is very unique and special, unlike the classical one with chocolate and liqueur. For my tiramisu recipe, here are the ingredients we're going to use. Raspberries, blueberries, strawberries and blackberries, alongside a luscious silky cream of mascarpone and double cream, or with boudoir biscuits and pistachios soaked with rose water and orange blossom to give it that fresh summer taste. Starting the tiramisu, the basic thing to do first is to actually mix your cream. So here's my double cream. Just pour that into the bowl and you start by whisking. Now you can use a handheld blender. It doesn't matter what you're going to do, it's up to you. But I love to whisk things and make all sorts of magical noises in my kitchen because it just shows that I exist. The cream has started to thicken very quickly actually. So what I will do now is add the mascarpone. You don't want it to go really thick because you need to add the mascarpone and make them all even together. This is one hell of a creamy mascarpone and it smells actually gorgeous. It smells delicious. That freshness of dairy cheese is just amazing. So before I make it all even together, I can just add a bit of vanilla, just a dash, and then sieved icing sugar, because that would give it a bit of sweetness. Okay, I'm not going to use it all now. And then what I will do is zest lemon. Lemon will add into the freshness of the cream and it works well with vanilla. Here we go. Whoops! And splash of sugar everywhere. No wonder my husband loves me because I'm too sweet. And you just mix it all together perfectly until it's all even. It could just give you a bit of a hard time, but it'll work. I'm all covered with sugar. That's fine. I'm a sweet mama. So now these are the fruits or the berries that we're going to use into making our coulis. So we have blueberries, and they're all washed thoroughly, and strawberries. And you just put them as they are. Don't worry about them because they're going to cook later on and they're going to lose all their fluids. And here we have raspberries and blackberries. Now you could use a punnet each. It's not a problem at all. So around 200 grams. And then we have 1 cup of sugar, caster sugar. And for every cup of sugar, you need half a cup of water. And we're going to have half a lemon while this is cooking. We'll wait for it to just melt the sugars. So just stir it, don't be scared, don't worry, nothing is going to burn or stick into the bottom of the pan. Just be patient with it on a medium heat and stir it from time to time, and you'll see that the fruit will actually lose all its liquids into the pan. I'm going to add a bit of rose water. This will just add a bit of freshness into the flavors. You see it's starting to boil slightly or slowly. All those bubbles are coming out. See, the trick is always to put it on medium heat while you're in control. Never leave your pan at all or the ingredients in there. Just be in control. So make sure it has no seeds at all. Otherwise you can just squeeze it on top of your hands to catch any seeds. All you need is a squeeze and a half basically, no more, no less. Okay. As it's boiling and forming all these bubbles around the edges, make sure you skim it down. Skim it down. Just skim it all down. I remember when my grandmother would do all these coulis at home and make some cordials out of it. She will just save them on the balcony in Lebanon, and I could just sit there and say, what is my grandmother doing? Why does she have to do that? And here you go again, I'm repeating history myself. So when it starts boiling vigorously, that's the time when you just reduce the heat and let it actually simmer, because this is the time when the sugar is going to start turning into syrup. So now we have to leave it here for at least 40 minutes until it simmers and becomes quite syrupy. But don't forget to check on it from time to time. So the great thing now is you start filling in your verrines with the coulis. This will apply more moisture to your boudoir biscuits. Here we go, the boudoir biscuits, it's really nice to actually just cut them into little pieces. It wouldn't matter how you're going to place them. Now it's always lovely to put this into a huge dish, like a pudding dish, and you can also serve it individually depending on the guests who are coming around. So when it's my husband and the kids, I love to keep it this way, and when it's people coming around and there are more than 5 or 6, then I'd usually make it in huge pots or dishes. Now you can put the rose water as well, and then put more coulis into that. This will just make it taste nicer. Now add a spoonful of cream. You can scatter it however you really like. I'm not saying make it messy, make it look really nice and delightful. In such tiny verrines, maybe a spoonful is more than enough, and just spread it around the edges. Here we go. You can smell the rose water and the orange blossom. Now put another layer of boudoir biscuits, so you can cut them in halves. You know, with every little bite there will be a tiny crunch that's sweet yet so wet in your mouth. That is sublime. You know, it's a sublime experience to have. Again, rose water and orange blossom. Let it soak. I promise you the freshness would be amazing. And that's Alina's promise. Trust me on that. Great. More coulis. Here we are. Cover it all up again with more cream, and that would be your final layer. Obviously you can go up in layers and layers as much as you like. Obviously it depends on the size of the dish you're presenting this with. But look at that, it's so delicious, so colorful and vibrant, and above all it's just impeccable in terms of taste, and it looks gorgeously inviting. This is amazing. Look at that coulis going to drip down. Okay, so I'll just put this slightly forward so that I can decorate it with any choice of fruit you really like. So because of the size of the verrine, so I'm going to make my strawberries into quarters, and then I could use some blueberries, some blackberries and some raspberries, and you know, you're done. This is very easy. This is what you do on summer days. You know, you're lazy, you don't want to work too hard. You just do one of these desserts and you're done. Some pistachios, just chop them or buy them chopped, however luxurious you like. They just add color and they taste wonderful with the rose water and the orange blossom. Look at that. And the colors, the green, the red, the blue. To finish it off, into the dish, we just get some fresh mint. I always love some colour into my dishes. Look at that. Who's not going to dig into this? Okay, so this is the tiramisu all done now, and it looks gorgeous and absolutely tasting, what should I say? You know, guys, I can't stop. Go away and do one.